So you're thinking about joining a martial arts class. Which one should you join? There's so many to choose from. Karate, judo, wrestling, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, Taekwondo, MMA, and that's just scratching the surface. How can you figure out which one is right for you? When choosing a martial art, you want to start with the end in mind. What is it that you're hoping to accomplish by joining a martial art? Your story is probably not the same as mine. In fact, I'd be shocked if it was. Everybody has their own reasons for joining the martial arts, and those reasons are unique to them. So what is your reason? Did you want to learn how to fight? Did you want to learn self-defense? Did you want to get into shape but you're just bored at the gym? Are you looking for a fun way to socialize with other like-minded people? Do you want to develop self-confidence and self-discipline? And again, we're just scratching the surface on the many reasons why people join martial arts. Now, most martial arts can satisfy each of these needs if you find the right instructor. First and foremost, you want to find an instructor that you can respect and get along with. After all, you're probably going to be spending a fair amount of time with this person. You're going to want to enjoy that time. If you walk into the club for the first time and the instructor starts to tell you how great they are and how many championships they've won, you might want to turn around and walk back out the door. After all, you're there for you, right? Not to feed the instructor's ego. You want a place that puts you first. These are usually the same instructors that quickly point out the flaws in every other martial arts system on your first visit to their dojo. They're not confident enough in their own style and their own abilities, so they attempt to discredit other styles in order to sell you on their style. You may hear such comments as, "Never get taken to the ground, then you won't have to deal with it." Or the opposite of that, "How's he going to punch me if I've taken him to the ground and I'm on top of him?" If you ever find yourself in a fight, these things can and will happen, so you need to know how to deal with it. Do you want to put your faith in someone that tells you that it's not going to happen? Great. Now you've gone and found yourself in that situation. You've either gotten taken to the ground yourself, or you've run into somebody that you're unable to take to the ground. What do you do? And what makes it even worse is your training has told you that this would never happen. So now panic starts to set in, and it's worse than if you hadn't trained at all. So why did you decide to take martial arts? Was it to learn how to fight for fun? If you want to learn how to fight because you want to beat people up, then you probably shouldn't bother. In fact, at most schools, this attitude is weaned out really quickly, and you will be encouraged to quit. If, however, you enjoy fighting and the adrenaline rush that it can bring, then finding a reputable gym will allow you to do that in a safe atmosphere. Did you want to learn how to fight so that you can defend yourself? If so, here are a few things for you to consider. If you want to learn how to fight, keep in mind that you will get hit. As Mike Tyson famously said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. If you're wanting to learn how to fight, you're practicing with touch contact or light contact only, you're going to be in for a grave shock the first time someone punches you in the face with meaning. If your goal in starting is to learn how to fight and your instructor only allows you to touch contact or light contact, he's doing you a great disservice. You don't need to be doing full contact all the time, but you do need to understand what it feels like to be hit, and learning that in a controlled environment is way better than learning that where there are no rules and there's no one there to stop things if things go wrong. The other thing to keep in mind is that sport ruins the art. Many martial arts or fighting styles have started with the intention of being for self-defense or fighting purposes. Making them into a sport was done with the intention of being able to practice in a way that would allow participants to simulate an actual fight. However, with sport rules and playing the sport, people learn to manipulate the rules so that the sport no longer represents the true spirit of the art. In boxing, if one of the participants gets hit hard, he'll clinch his opponent, giving him some time to recuperate. Then the referee will separate them before they continue again. In wrestling and judo, participants will turn onto their stomach, exposing their back, which is good for the sport, but is the worst position you can be in when it comes to a street fight. In Brazilian jiu-jitsu, participants will put themselves in vulnerable positions in order to create enough torque to sweep their opponents. In Taekwondo, since there's no punching to the face, you'll see the opponents standing in front of each other with their hands down by their sides. Well, what about MMA, you ask? They do everything, so it's just like a fight. There are still rules in MMA. You're not allowed to gouge the eyes, attack the groin, grab small joints, or hit to the back of the head. Now, some of these rules have been put into place for a good reason, to keep the participants safe and avoid serious injury. Some of them are put into place to make the sport more interesting. You should understand the limitations of each sport due to the rules. Are you looking to join martial arts to learn self-defense? It's important to understand that situational awareness and common sense will go much further towards keeping yourself safe than any type of training you might do. That's not to say that training martial arts is useless for self-defense, far from it. But it will take a heavy investment in time to get to the stage where you'll be able to perform techniques under high-stress situations. Are you looking to join to get in shape but you're tired of the gym? If so, just about any martial art you choose will help you accomplish this goal. Martial arts are a great alternative for people that dislike going to the gym. It will give you something that will exercise your mind as well as your body. If you enjoy sparring with touch contact only, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that if your goal is to get into shape and stay in shape. Just be sure you don't mistake touch sparring with being in a real fight, because you'll find out the difference really quickly. Are you looking to socialize and make friends with like-minded people? If so, you'll definitely want to find a dojo with others that you'll get along with. In this case, it'll be the people that are important to you, not whatever style it is that you're training. This can be a great experience. Some of my best lifelong friends have come from those people that I've trained with a lot. Are you looking to develop self-confidence and self-discipline? This is another area where all martial arts can help you as long as you've got the right instructor. You gain confidence with each new technique that you master along the way, self-discipline to stay focused and reach each successive goal. So when looking for the right martial art, you want to start with the end in mind. Think about what it is that you're hoping to accomplish, then find the school that will help you achieve those goals. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that subscribe button below and leave a comment. Hope to see you all in the next video.